Times are changing. What worked well for your business in 2021 may not directly translate to success in 2022. Making the choice to assess which decisions led to last year's growth or hindered it is as important to the process as adjusting your new business plan. The way forward is to introduce monthly KPIs if you haven't already, so you can keep your finger on the pulse of your business and make sure its heart is beating steady and strong. Welcome to Scaling for Success. We're all about helping businesses grow profitably, scale, and move to the next level. If you're looking for consultancy and mentorship that really makes a difference, subscribe to our channel or visit the Scaling Management Consultant Group website, links in the description below. In today's video, we're discussing the simple monthly KPIs to track a strong business in 2022. So we've been over what KPIs or key performance indicators are, but today the aim is to advise you on what's required for your company to go from keeping its head above water to actively thriving within your sector. The business world, and the world in general for that matter, has experienced a massive upheaval in all facets. This transformational change has affected everything from sales to manufacturing, supply, and even how effectively your staff work. Think of how many people have set up home offices in the past few years. Not all KPIs are made equal, and although the big ones can help you in your yearly reports and how close you are to attaining those big picture goals, oftentimes if there's an issue, it's already too late. You're going to need to implement an array of monthly KPIs to keep things on track, ensuring growth is both meaningful and sustainable each year. Number 1. Average new leads contacted. It's no secret that sales is a numbers game. The number of potential clients your staff contact or volume of external inquiries made is a direct representation of the success of your business plan. Looking at the percentages and based on the raw numbers alone, the more new leads that are generated and followed up, the more new customers are coming into your business. This may be a bit of a general shotgun approach, but it doesn't mean it's not a valuable metric for both the business itself as well as individual staff. Maintaining a steady volume of customer interactions will directly affect gross sales figures, and it's up to you to provide an incentives program in terms of individual or team bonuses if certain new leads targets are hit and exceeded for that month. Building on that, a short customer questionnaire outlining how they found out about your company or whether they're aware of your presence in the market can then be used to hone in on patterns and relationships, providing direction for the marketing department to fine-tune their approach. Likewise, record how many new leads are converted into paying clients and why. Training your staff to focus on processes to up the new lead conversion rate will do wonders for your gross sales figures. Number 2. Client movements. It pays to take the time to really look at what's going on within your client base. After all, you've spent considerable resources in getting them on the books, so it makes sense to keep them there. The conversion from new lead to paying client offers very little return on investment if they're not sticking around for repeat business. Client departures are a big deal, and it's not enough to merely record the figure. You need to find out why each of these clients have moved on for greener pastures. Was it price? Quality? Better customer service? Paying clients want to see value, and it's up to you to offer it in spades. Likewise, the number of active clients is important. This is engine room supplying the power for your growing business, and an uptrend in active clients is a good sign that you're doing the right things and offering that value for money. Build relationships with your client base and find out what they're happy with and what you're doing well. The net increase or decrease in active clients month to month has a direct effect on gross revenue. This retention has to be replicable. Number 3. Where's the money coming from? Finding out which parts of your business are performing and which aren't doing too hot lets you know where to direct focus and resources. Consider all the products and services you offer. Looking at the monthly total revenue from all sources may only be telling one side of the story. What you'll need to do is break it down further into total product revenue and total service-based revenue. Likewise, break these totals down into revenue streams coming from each of your offerings. A picture begins to emerge, and you'll quickly find that some facets of the business are going great and actually offsetting or supporting other underperforming parts. For example, you may see a strong return on paid training for clients using your products, but skinny revenue on selling the products themselves. Compare the number of customers to the average net revenue per customer for each product or service. This is a good quick look metric that tells you where the money is coming in from month to month and whether you should be looking to review pricing to either increase gross profit per customer or to reduce it to bring in a larger volume of sales. Number 4. Dead time. We're all realists here. There's a sufficient lag time between hiring an employee and having them proficient enough in their role to be a productive member of the team. Training takes time, and it's a necessary evil that may reduce profits in the short term but will pay dividends in the long run. In saying that, there is a cost attached to the training process, both in man-hours of senior staff showing the newer employees the ropes, as well as dead time when those same senior staff themselves are not bringing any income to the business. Calculate the gross revenue per weekday for the month, in particular per staff member. Then you get a dollar figure attached to the number of days spent training your staff each month and what that looks like in terms of profit lost for the company for that month. You'll have to weigh up whether the business can support the short-term dips in profitability associated with bringing in new staff versus the break-even point where new staff will start being productive. Bring in new staff when they're needed, sure, but also when the business can sustain it. Number 5. Expenses. Let's look at a hypothetical for a moment. Say a company is pulling in $1 million a month in gross revenue. Now this number seems pretty healthy. That is, until you consider that there are overheads like rental of the premises, salaries, cost of manufacturing, cost of materials, funds dedicated to business development, advertising, marketing, product development, the list goes on and on. That same company may have $950,000 in expenses for that month eating into gross profits, resulting in a very skinny margin indeed. Net profit per month is a direct portrayal of just how much of that hard-earned money is staying in-house, of how much healthier the coffers are at the end of the month. It's vital to pick a net profit margin that you're happy with each month, then take steps to adhere to the KPI. Something like 10 to 15% is generally deemed average, with single digits as low as 5% on the low side. These numbers will change from industry to industry, so it pays to do your homework. This KPI can be a double-edged sword though. If your business is hitting 20+% as a profit margin, this may mean that you're too expensive. There is little point hitting huge net profit margins each month if it means your gross profits are taking a hit and you're getting priced out of the market by your competitors. As a rule of thumb, it's better to go for higher gross profit than a higher gross profit margin. If upping the sales volume isn't an option, then it may be time to look at culling some expenses to help balance the books in your company's favor. Tracking monthly KPIs is as important as developing the business model. Think of them as a business checkup. Is your company getting a clean bill of health, or are you noticing some worrying trends that are worsening month to month? As business consultants and COOs, we work with entrepreneurs every day to set them up for success by identifying where their business is suffering. We help them pinpoint which processes to reevaluate and adjust to grow their business. And best yet, we offer hassle-free, no-obligation 30-minute discovery calls to see how we could help you. Just email us today. That's all we have time for in today's video, simple monthly KPIs to track a strong business in 2022. Like this video if you found it helpful, and for more content just like this, subscribe to our channel or visit the Scaling Management Consultant Group website at scalinggrp.com.